for the way things went down in South Florida with the coaching situation. I understand you were trying to do things out of the goodness of your heart, but just, how are you going to ultimately look back on that, and what do you want people to know about you?
Honestly, I think everyone knows that I'm just a cheerful guy, a cheerful giver as well, and I'm a protector. I'm a father first before anything. And when I decided to coach, those players became my sons, and I want to make sure that I just protect them in the best way that I can. And I think that's what came about. Minding up lessons in a tough neighborhood, and sometimes things can happen when kids are walking home and different things like that. So I just try to protect them, give them, a ride home instead of having to take those dangerous walks. But I just want people to continue to see me for the person that I've been, from the time I arrived at NFL, from the time that I arrived at University of Louisville. Just a humble guy who has a big heart and a cheerful giver.
How hard was that for you to go through that?
It was difficult. Because I have so many relationships with those young men down there in South Florida, at Mount Northwestern, the bonds that I've established with, Leon Strada, Calvin Russell, Nicholas Lanier, Nicholas St. Joseph. Just the list goes on, and it's a great group of kids, man. And they see so much hope when they look at me, and I always said it's food for my soul. It's the way that I feed my soul, and it allows me to stay young being around those kids. So I think now that I'm back in the league, it's actually going to be extra motivation for them as well, because they'll get to play a game on Friday night and probably get to drive across the state to come watch the Bucks play and see Coach on the sideline. So it's like, man, coaches just continue to just serve as motivation, and continue to influence us in every way possible. He's showing us that he can make it to the NFL. He's showing us that he can coach. He's showing us that there are different avenues of life that you can take, and hopefully I'm hoping that they're taking notice of that.
And press on and move forward.
Yeah, definitely. Like those different obstacles, you just gotta put your hard hat on and keep pressing on.